What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. What's going on out there in the world, y'all? I am Huck, your host here at the Pop Culture Cafe. Welcome to the Morning Mug, your morning dose of all kinds of pop culture goodness. Look, I gotta show you. Last week I wasn't here, of course, because I was bringing my daughter to college. Yeah, give me a hug, y'all. So that was a great time sending her off into the world of education. Hopefully, and today is her first actual day of classes, so lots of good mojo sending to Brooke. And today's mug, y'all, brandishing this Justice League mug. Okay, so she has a season pass for Six Flags Magic Mountain out here, of course, which is filled with DC merch everywhere because they have a deal with DC Comics. And so I told her, before you leave, I want to go to the gift shop and you're going to pick out my next mug for the morning mug. So here it is today. She knows I love the Justice League. And y'all, it's beveled. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You feel this mug, y'all? You're feeling it through the world there. The letters are raised. And so I gave her two choices, and we both knew it was going to be this one because it was different, unique, and all that. So cheers to you guys. Grab your drink, grab your snack. Oh, my goodness, because Bob, get ready. It's time for the morning mug. Wait a minute. Hold on. Bob, you're fired. Go. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the morning mug. Now let's chat. Yes, I will be. Look, I don't know if I told you guys, but a week or so ago, I got to play around with some new stuff with KB. But I've just been so swamped, some new streaming platforms, but just been too swamped getting the kid out. So now I'm going to start playing with those a little bit and hopefully have a little bit more comfort in jumping on in the next couple of weeks with a new service. Maybe something easier for Bob to handle. We'll find out. I don't know. Let's see. Gotta make sure we take out all these other things. Come on, Bob, take it away. There we go. All right, so welcome. Look at this, Brent Mania. Oh, let's go, brother. Look at this with the super chat. Huckster, how are you and the family doing? We're doing good. Thank you for asking. I do believe the wife could use a little bit of a hug, though. I think she's taking the daughter being off at college a little bit more than me, although right as I say that, suddenly I sound choked up. But honestly, I'm just talking for the first time in the morning, so gotta get the throat working, y'all. But yeah, welcome, man. It is a pleasure, as always, to start my Tuesday with each and every one of y'all. I don't know if you noticed on the intro there, we started there with Superman on the thing because today's new release day and Superman is one of those titles. So we'll get to all that a little bit later. But Dave says, how you doing? I'm doing good. I think the reason why they dropped this trailer is because of the bad backlash. Wait, what trailer? They were getting removing Jimmy Kimmel. They dropped what trailer? Oh, you're talking about my thing for the Mandalorian. All right, well, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, I know people were leaving, y'all. Like, if you're following all this controversy with Jimmy Kimmel, and a lot of people are, posting things like "We stand by Jimmy," and so I forget what it was, but like it may have even been the trailer, but Disney has been posting things like, hey, what do you think of this? This is coming out. And instead of just sort of responding to what the thing is asking you, people are just responding with, we stand with Jimmy. We stand with Jimmy. And people are canceling their subscriptions to, I have like a ridiculously sick deal. And I'll just put this out to y'all. On Black Friday, but you got to be ready on Black Friday. The Disney Hulu bundle is always, I've done this 3 years in a row, $3, $3 a month. And so what we do is my wife and I just keep ping ponging. So we cancel the membership, a week before, and then Black Friday, boom, she buys that one. And then we go to her account and then we keep changing because you can't be the same member and get a deal. You have to join, right? So if you keep changing it up, you can get Disney Hulu for $3. So we're in a contract for a year anyway. But should the Black Friday deal not come up, I'm happy dropping my Disney Hulu to show my solidarity. You can't silence media, y'all. This is what we do right here is we have freedom of speech to sit here and talk about these things and whatever we want. And that's the beauty of America. So once we start jeopardizing these abilities that we have, no bueno. For example, nothing's going to stop me from getting on down here to see another one from Britmania. Why do certain movies get released over and over again? Why can't we get some titles that haven't been released instead of recycled? Dude, all right, let's talk about that. I love it. You brought this up. So here is the skinny. They're lazy and they're scared because their thing is, okay, if we go to these tried and true titles that we keep releasing, at least we know there's a fan base behind these titles. And those suckers, they think we're suckers, are going to just keep buying them up. And, look, for I think a while, that may have been true because we're always excited to get the next best thing. But certainly, if you've been watching my channel, I don't play that game anymore. My thing is, if I've got the movie, and I like, what if I found the movie for a deal? I feel bad if I got it at a thrift store for $4, but oh wait, the 4K is coming out tomorrow for $30. I feel bad. It's like I'm crapping on the deal that I got just to have a small upgrade, or maybe it's being released by Shout Factory or Scream Factory or Arrow or something, so you get the chunky box. Maybe certain like situations like that might have an advantage to them because you're getting a lot of swag. But if you're just re-releasing something with a new cover, a new slip, a new this, it's just preying on us collectors. And there are so many, dude, you hit on there. There's so many great titles we still don't even have on Blu-ray, much less 4K. So that's a crime. I mean, I did a video a while back, if you go search it, about 10 movies I wished were on Blu-ray. And then these are just comedies and stuff like Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Ruthless People, Moon Over Parador, things like that. Like there's just a slew. Let's see, what did I just see? It's Noises Off. Oh my God. So last year I watched Noises Off and I herald that movie 5 stars. Here's the thing. I know our buddy Mega Mike didn't care for that, but you got to love theater. I'm a theater kid. I did theater. I am theater. I was an actor, all this kind of stuff. And so everything about Noises Off just had me, I'm talking, busting out laughing. It's all of it's so true. So good. So, dude, yeah, I'm with you. I don't know why they can't get off their lazy butts. Give us something new to put into the collection, because I have already purged duplicates and put them away, and I'm going to take them to one of those secondhand stores. Like, we have Amoeba Records out here, try to get some credit for that so I can get 2 movies for 100 that I turn in or whatever. It's just bad, man. They're just going off of pattern and fan service. So it's like popular titles they know they can get money for, and fans that'll pay for them. And that's all they're thinking. They're not thinking, how do we preserve movies that haven't come out yet? How do we give these people that have been buying all these things something new and fresh and that's not even on Blu-ray? Why don't we do that for them? Go ahead and make your little double dip. But in that same week, why don't you release Ruthless People and see which sells more? The repackaging of whatever. I'm going to say Nightmare on Elm Street because that, of course, will outsell. But you know what I mean? It's just like I was excited to get Beverly Hills Ninja last year on Blu-ray. That was another one just been sitting around. I'm like, oh, you know what? And like I bought that fairly quickly because I was excited to have something new to put into the collection. And there it is. So, thanks, dude. You are just killing it. Brindmania. Let's go. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Hang on, y'all. Gurgle. What we got here? My things are popping up. There we go. He might be coming back tonight. Really? There's no way. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't think Jimmy owes, if you've seen the clip, he doesn't owe anybody. He didn't say anything. He didn't owe anybody an apology. They just they found a minutia and tried to spin it. But anyway, That's just my take. Nice. Nice. See, that's something I bet the administration hasn't done. Kelly, good morning, Huck and friends. This is how my morning went. One of my cats fell off my fence, scratched the heck out of his right side of his forehead. No, some battle wounds, but see, now that cat's got some kick-ass stories to tell other cats, Some big old, hound dog came up and roughed him up, and cat took that dog down. That's what they're saying. Yeah, when you're not around, they're sharing those cat stories. Oh, a cat's gonna be legend. Let's see. Yeah, but is the cat okay? Exactly. Is the cat okay? Boy, talking about missing a week of news. Yeah, everyone, please stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Let's go, Guy. Thank you, Guy. Always getting it, directing people to that like button. I appreciate you for that. Just kidding, Kelly. No, but I mean, like, how is the cat though? It was. I hope the cat's okay. And just again has cool battle scars. Tell its cat friends. Guys, Steve, yeah. Hey, everyone, hit that, everyone in the chats, and hit the like button. I always forget to say that. If Caveman wasn't here, I'd never remember. Yes, the toad of a cat is okay. I was actually more worried about him than myself. Aw. Well, as long as you didn't fall off the fence, Kelly, that would be awful too. No falling off fences. No. Cats are supposed to land on their feet. I'm actually kind of confused how it fell off a fence and didn't go. So, you know what I mean? Like cats will fall off rooftops and just do like 8 somersaults and then off they go. Cats, man. Dogs, not so graceful. Corey, good morning, Corey. Oh yes, Brian's here too. Brian, hello, Brian. It's my best Stewie at the moment. I just got done binging a bunch of Family Guy political clips this morning on YouTube during breakfast, and so he's in my head. But dude, thanks for taking the challenge. By the way, I know we got KB in here as well. Hang on, let's get to that first. So we say hi. There he is, KB. Morning, Huck, and fellow Mando muggers. Thanks to both of you guys and everybody else that's been taking the double feature challenge. I created a thing in my community post thanking you guys and starting to list off all of the players who have put one out, and I've put in the links in. Again, if I've missed anyone, I tried. Here's the thing. I don't really get the YouTube algorithm. Like, I'll put in double feature challenge, and then some of you popped up, some of you didn't. So it's maybe how you have your thing worded. So I just put double feature, and then like 1,000 things popped up that had nothing to do with my challenge. So, and then I did the hashtag double feature challenge. And again, if that hashtag isn't on your video, I can't find your video without the hashtag. So I feel like I'm doing a lot of digging. So that's why I created the post right there. So if I haven't seen it, please, by all means, go over to my community tab, find it, post your thing so everybody can go see it. In fact, today, I think it was about maybe 5 days ago, her Dell did his, my brother Dell from Dell on Movies. So I watched it this morning before I even came here. I was like, I got to watch it. And he had some bangers, y'all. Everybody's had just such great picks, man. That's the beauty. It's only 5, y'all. It takes no time at all. You get some product for your channel, and it's fun. Yeah. Again, ever since YouTube screwed up my channel, the algorithm has just, no one sees my videos anymore. Maybe that's the problem. But I keep on churning, y'all. Keep on going. Adrian James, what is good? Again, thanks, Brent, for that lovely $2. You're a rock star. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey, what if I get monetized for singing that too much? Because, I'm nailing it. It's like listening to the radio. Everybody's got the haze going. Hey. Hisham is here. Says, hello, Huck. How you doing today? Oh, she's doing good, man. Like I said, today's her first day of official. Maybe I just need to talk to my dog for 15 minutes before we start to get my throat working. But she's doing great. Starts today officially, so I will be able to. Oh, can I brag? Listen to this, y'all. Oh my gosh, check it out. So I get a text from her at the end of last week, and she goes, so I got an email that I think was an error, but it says, according to my credits, I'm a sophomore. Now she's a freshman. She went in as a freshman. Hold the phone. So because my kid's a brainiac and her mom is a scholastic achiever and I'm a super dork, so that's on them for being super smart. Uh, she took a lot of college courses, right? Those AP classes. And apparently she took so many that she has enough credits to make her a sophomore. So my daughter, although while going into school as a freshman, so she's in the freshman dorms, she's getting the freshman meal plans. Y'all, my kid's a sophomore. So she can graduate in 3 years, not 4. That's good stuff. Man, I couldn't be more proud. And that's all legit. She checked it out. She called, she checked people. She goes, oh no, yeah, you took all those classes and you aced them all. The kid's a straight A student too. What's that like? Anybody else here a straight A student? So you know what that feels like? Not this guy. But man, so yeah, so that's what's going on. And daddy couldn't be more proudy. That's all I gotta say. Yo, look at that, B-dubs. Says, yeah, the Star Wars trailer came out. Okay. Of the blue. It was so true. Like, there was no announcement. Usually there's like, trailers coming in 5 days. Should we talk about that real quick? All right, let's just read a couple more and then we'll talk about this Grogu trailer. I'm lazy and scared too. Yep. This is because we don't make movies anymore. We make content where we watch the same things, so they release the same things over and over. They think that it's guaranteed income, not art money. I know. I don't know why they look. Again, I feel like I have found peace and comfort in where I'm at with my collection. When I buy stuff, I have one new release sitting right here. It's the first thing I've bought in a while, and I'll show that off. I've already showed it off. If you watched my channel on my Friday night show, because you guys were clamoring, they said, Huck, we want a night show. By the way, the night show did very well. I think while the show was going on, we got up to 30 likes. So I challenged the morning peeps to see how close we can get to that 30 likes that we got fairly quickly, close to like an hour in. And we're 20 minutes in now. Where are we at? I don't even see my thing. Y'all tell me how many likes we got. Because I'm looking at my StreamYard here, so I don't see those things. Yeah, KB. Let's see. Good day, Mr. James. Preach, KB. Yeah, he's talking about the releases of physical media. Why do they keep putting them out over and over, the same ones over and over? Why don't they put new things out? And I'm with you. We need to get them new releases, bruh. Get some new stuff. Brent, what's some stuff that you don't have, or maybe that's still living on DVD that you want on Blu-ray? For example, look, I'll even tell you about something that finally came out. And it's funny too. Look, I'm going to all right, here we go. Let's play a little game called Have You Ever Thought of That Movie Until Just Now game. For example, how many people, until the trailer for the new Tron came out, have been sitting around your house going, man, I can't wait to own Tron and Tron and Legacy on 4K? Or any other movie like that comes out. So I get it. There's fan bases. And look, as a nerd, I like to think I'm a super fan of those. But at the same time, I also think I sit back for just a second, because again, that's something that hadn't come out on 4K. So you get excited for a second, but then I stop and think, well, how often have I ever wanted to watch those? I've seen them. I like them. And I probably have that same opinion about 2/3 of everything sitting on my shelf. But as I keep getting older and keep dealing with the collection, I start to notice that more and want to pull the trigger less on those kind of purchases. And so when people are saying, oh, you missed it, the Tron sold out, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's okay. I got the Blu-rays. Do I? I got the Legacy. I don't have the original still yet, but the Blu-ray super cheap. But again, I also have Disney Plus. So if I have desired to see it at all, and I don't have the Blu-ray, I would have watched it on Disney Plus. But here's these super expensive 4K steelbooks, and I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm not uh enamored. Look, I'm not Jedi mind tricked into jumping on that stuff like Disney thinks they want us to be. So I challenge you guys, don't do that. Like if a movie comes out, is that something you've ever thought about? Like in ages, and you're like, oh, that's out. I'm like, when's the last time you saw that? When it came out in the theater? Do you already have it on Blu-ray and you've never watched it? I mean, like these are just questions to myself, not really to you guys, but maybe maybe you go through that same thing. Did I hear noises off? Oh, fish! I woke him up. Good morning, Huxley. Oh, yes, you did, sir. Oh, yes, you did. Somebody else appreciates some good noises off. I'm telling you, it's only on DVD and it doesn't matter. See, here's the beauty. Here's why I don't get so wrapped up into the format, right? That's only on DVD. I bought that on Amazon last year, but I held on to watching it because I wanted to put it into my challenge. In fact, the challenge I think was last year, and to watch a movie based on a play, right? And so or it could be vice versa, or the play was turned into a movie, as long as it connected some way in that way, like a play and a movie. And I specifically bought that to watch on that week, because sometimes you'll buy something, put on the shelf, and forget. I said, but if I dial it into my challenge, I'll make sure to watch it. And man, like John Ritter is a freaking genius. Like, come on, you guys. John Ritter, if you remember him from Three's Company, the guy's got timing. He's got the physical comedy. His expressions are fantastic. Christopher Reeve turns in a performance so good. Like, to me, his two best performances ever have been, of course, Superman, and then Somewhere in Time, which has always been my second favorite Chris Reeve performance. But I will tell you, I can't believe as a Chris fan, I'd never seen this movie. I don't know if it just didn't come to my town, because I feel like I would have. And Cal Burnett is in this, and John Ritter. I would have gone out like lickety split to see this, because it's just got it's like watching Clue. You got this great ensemble cast of people, and Chris was in this, so I missed it. Somehow I missed it, but I've always been aware of it. And I've just always like, God, what is this movie? Is it any good? And then I've kind of been waiting for it on Blu-ray. Just not going to happen. And then boom, I just pulled the trigger on DVD. It did not hinder my enjoyment of that film whatsoever. As long as the picture looks and sounds pretty good, but the movie, it sucks you in. It doesn't matter what format you're watching it. I'm a believer of that, y'all. You can be watching a crap VHS. I know there's still plenty of you out there that love collecting VHS because you want that sort of tactile tape going in. Watch it on a CRT TV with the tube and all that jazz. So format doesn't matter to you either, because you're collecting the VHSs. So those people get me. See, I think if you don't mind the VHS, you definitely know what I'm talking about. So check out Noises Up. Just buy the DVD or find it online and rent it. In fact, if you rent it, who knows if it's on any of the rentals, it's probably in HD on the rental services. So that would be an upgrade. But Fish and I, we're going to let y'all know. You got to see it. You got to. I like how you chimed in right there. If you meant physical releases, yes, those licenses are expensive. Got to make money off them again. Yeah, I know, man. Right? But it's weird. Like, I don't know, KB. It's you think though, if the studio owns the movie, they own the rights. But I guess if there's music in the movie and the contract on the music, I always feel like it's music that becomes an issue. If there's an issue at all, right? It's usually, or it's lazy. That they want to go to the tried and true money makers and they don't want to bother doing a 2K scan of Ruthless People and giving it to us, even though they probably have already done that for their website, for their streaming service. I've been trying to watch all these responses. I don't know if it's the one you're talking about, but it's just, they're all coming out. I watched John Oliver. I watched Jon Stewart. Jimmy Fallon. Like they're all coming out. Stephen Colbert showing support. They're all showing support for each other, which I really love. Finally watched Apocalypse Now. There you go. Was great. Is there any classic in your collection you still haven't watched yet? Or classics took you forever? Dude, I love that. Look, I'm the king of, I love the I'm late to the game. I sort of like wear a cape on that. Like I'm not embarrassed to say I'd be late to that game. Um, I've seen that one. Well, I'm trying to think of a really good. Well, there's a lot of old classics I'd never seen still, and that's also why I do my challenge, is because it forces me to see things I haven't seen. So I watched African Queen for the first time. I just watched Bullet for my 52-week movie challenge for best editing this week. Things like that people say are all-time classics. You got to check them out, and some are really good, and some didn't live up to my expectations. So yeah, just anytime we're put on the spot like this, I can't think of anything, but I know there are a ton of classics I still have yet to see, especially some of the older cinema, as we like to say. Yeah, you know. But yeah, like I just want to dive into like the Marilyn Monroe, right? KB knows we have this thing that we do for our channels where we have a 5 goals for our channel, and one of mine was to watch the filmography of fill in the blank. Last year I did Billy Wilder and just fell in love with a ton of his stuff. And then this year it was to pick an actor this time. So it's either going to be like Cary Grant, Jimmy Stewart, Marilyn Monroe, or maybe a director like John Huston, things like that. So I tried to give myself a big list to pick from, and I chose Marilyn Monroe because I had bought this 9-pack off of eBay. I was kind of in this Marilyn Monroe wanting to own them kick, but not watch them. So I got all of these, and so there they are. I have all of Marilyn's movies. I made her part of my challenge, and I've watched all those. So I've seen Some Like It Hot, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Niagara, a lot of the ones people don't talk about as much. She's fantastic in that. So I do need to go over, I think. I have reviews over all those Marilyn movies on my channel too. Those little shorts that I do, so go check those out. So yeah, I'm good at being late on classics, bruh. So I'm with you. Keep telling me the ones you're late to. Let me know. Off to work. Have a great day, Fish. Take care, buddy. I know you're already out, but man, have a good one. Appreciate you coming in and chiming in for Noises Off. Anybody else see it? You got to know. It's great. I hope the cat's okay. I would be devastated if that was my cat. I'd be taken to vet immediately. Yeah. Kitties are cute. My girls love cats. And as funny as I love cats too, I just can't have cats. I'm super allergic. Earl. Brett, like if the cat's a male, chicks dig scars. Right? Chicks dig scars, man. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this scar, huh? So this dog comes up, right? Big freaking paws, big old fat paws, missing 2 nails. That's why these are so far apart. There you go. You can tell that one to your cat. Tell him to roll with that. What's up, Dave? My cats are not too smart. We always want them to be, right? I feel like my dog's not too smart either. Adrian James, what's Sue going to get? Well, again, Bob, you don't have that rolling. No, he does not, but all right, what's Sue going to get? What's Sue gonna get? And the Steelbook crew. Woo! All right. Well, let's talk about it. Let's all right, well, Bob, you didn't have a roll in, but why don't you share our stuff? I think it's time to go over some new releases that I think you guys will be most excited about. Oh my god, come on already. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, Bob. He's just waking up, bro. It's like it's just like I said, we're trying to get away from this streaming service here, but here we go. Hit it. Do it. There it is. All right, so here is what we got here. We're going to use the digital bits today because it's pretty cool. Let's change the format. There we go. All right, so obviously today we have Superman is the big one being released today already. Superman on 4K. Steelbook, 4K, Blu-ray, all that good stuff. We got Sound and Music, the 60th anniversary coming out in this sweet little packaged deal. Tim Burton's A Corpse Bride. By the way, I love that movie. I sort of saw that by not accident, but we were having Halloween night 5, 6 years ago at a friend's house, and all the kids were together, and they're like, "What do you guys want to watch?" And for whatever reason, they picked Corpse Bride, and I watched it once, liked it. The next year, what do you guys want to watch? Corpse Bride. They wanted to watch it again, and we're like, all right. I liked it even more the second time. I'm like, you know what? I like this movie. Yes, I'm going to say it more than Nightmare Before Christmas. I just Nightmare Before Christmas is okay. It's never sucked me in. I love the music in it, but I don't know why. It's also, and I don't know if this is the reason because it's just the movie's the movie. A lot of people think Nightmare is directed by Tim Burton, but he just produced it. It's another guy that directed it. Tim actually directs this one. So I don't know. Maybe there's a little extra secret sauce in it for me to enjoy it. But there you go. So yeah. And no, I will not be picking that up because I have the Blu-ray and I'm fine with it. It looks beautiful. It looks great. But that's extra money out the pocket. And plus I have it in a Tim Burton set. So like that set doesn't take up a lot of space because it's got like 7 movies in it. So it's only that big. So what else we got here? We got 28 years later on 4K, The Last of Us Season 2, Flow. That was so good, y'all. If y'all didn't see Flow, it was the winner of Best Animated Movie at the Academy Awards. I personally still think Wild Robot was the better movie, but Flow was fantastic. It was equally, like, it was right there. They're both worthy. So the fact that it won, I'm not disappointed. I just personally prefer just by this much, Wild Robot. You got your Megan 2.0 for all you Megan fans, where she sort of becomes like this little superhero, taller because the actress is taller. I thought that was kind of nice. She's like, I want to be taller. I'm like, oh, it's a clever way to give that actress, keep her in the role. So you got the Marlowe Murder Club from PBS. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, a big old chunky box there. Night of the Living Dead from the 1990s. 1990 exactly. Get a little steelbook on that. Everything's steelbook now. Steelbook. It's like, oh my god, I'm trying to get away from steelbooks because they're so delicate, man. For something to be made of steel, they are beautiful, but they are so fragile. If you get that steelbook sent to you in a crappy mailer bag, by the way, and I know some of you have gotten that, you're gonna get dents, dings, scuffs, scratches, and that's it. And if it's a limited release, and that thing sold out on release day, guess what? That's your steelbook. There's no sending it back and getting another one because now the production of steelbooks seems much smaller. Remember, you used to go to Best Buy and there'd be steelbooks out the yin yang. You go there every week and the same steelbooks would still be there because there was also not this sort of promise or fear that, this is a limited amount here. There were always plenty of steelbooks. I remember the good old days of Lionsgate $20 steelbooks. Those days are gone. So so these steelbooks, and then limited. They keep saying limited steelbook edition, limited this, limited that. Again, I'm cool. I will show you what I got, but there you go. Corpse Bride has, again, here it is, 4K, and I'm sure that steelbook's beautiful. Let's go back and look at that Corpse Bride. Yeah, I mean, it looks great, man. But nah. Oh, yeah, let's look over here. So you got a Batman animated movie on there. That's one thing DC does have above Marvel is it is constantly putting out animated movies, and usually they're quite good. But you got your Airplane 2 with the Shatman, William Shatner, the sequel, which I think is also very funny. Not as good as the first one, but it's still super funny. The entire Chucky series, and again, a limited edition steelbook if you want the full Chucky series. I can't get off of that. Peking Opera Blues, a Hallmark 2 movie set. Oh, yeah, sign me up. See, Guns Up, Kevin James. Look, it's just a DVD. But hey, they're going to advertise it right here. What else we got? Pete Davidson in the Home. That looks wicked with a needle coming towards his eye. No, thank you. Forevermore. What is that, a series? Anybody know what Forevermore is? Anyway, you got your Megan bundle. Let's just do some more scanning here. Another Beetlejuice steelbook. Beetlejuice steelbook. Because, you have the glow-in-the-dark one. And look, Bob, it's you, buddy. So got my buddy Bob right there on the cover. Lots of Bond movies coming out singularly now. So if you're not a fan of the $100 just all-in-one box where you pop it open, it's just 6 hubs with 6 discs. Nothing special to honor Bond on 4K. Let's just, but it's fine. And so, in case you wanted them separated into their own movies, well, you got your wish. Here you go. You got your Goldfinger from Rush with Love, Doctor No, You Only Live Twice, Thunderball, and Diamonds Are Forever. So it's all the Connery Bonds on 4K separated. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. These are going to be about 24, 25 bucks each. So you only get 4 of them and you're already at $100. So if you want them separate, you will spend more money than getting that box set. So I would say, and look, I'll be honest, I think these covers are crap. I mean, seriously, it's like the logos. Doctor, no, you only live twice. Thunder, and you break the word thunderball up, so it's thunderball. I mean, these are awful. Where is the classic poster art? The poster art on these movies are stunning. So good. They represent that movie. And if you're going to make me spend now $150 to get these separate instead of the $100 box set, and this is what you're giving me, make these like freaking $12 each then, because this is terrible. So I'm not picking these up, y'all. Again, I got the Blu-rays on all these movies. And this is what we were talking about. This is what Brent, KB, we're all talking about, like re-releasing stuff. Oh, it's Bond. So Bond, people are going to buy those Bonds. It's like, well, then take a moment, dial in the audience that's going to buy these. And I don't know, do a focus group. I do focus groups all the time. Like, show the artwork and try to get Bond fans in your focus group. I know it's hard because people just like, oh, sure, I'm a Bond fan because they want to get the $20. So they're not. And see what covers they gravitate towards. Who made these? And they called in everybody into the think tank. Like, oh, look what Johnson made. Like, oh, Johnson, you're a genius. And then they leave the room. Because as a Bond fan, I would have been like, nope. I can tell you instantly what isn't going to appeal to a James Bond fan. To me, it's these covers. Now, you may like them. Maybe a solid color background of yellow, blue, green, gray, whatever, and then a colored logo is your jam. But if you're a Bond fan, like, I don't know, if you're a logo fan, I guess you're going to love these. But if you're a Bond fan, I think these are hot trash. All right, what else? Just going to scan down. So look, here we have The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. That's already been out on Blu. I have the Blu-ray there. So this is just a reissue of that movie. So there we go. Got La Femme Nikita, the entire TV series on DVD. There's that Chucky complete series. So these are the difference here. You get your limited edition steelbook, which of course looks cool, or you get the, this as your cover. They got Fringe, the entire series on Blu-ray, which they've already had on Blu-ray. They had it in individuals, by the way. And now they're putting them on one of those big old clamshell tubs that we all hate because when you pop it open, the tub slides out, the discs fly out. But hey, save a little money. Or just do what I do. Then I deconstruct that tub and I make their own cases like I did for Burn Notice. You guys go check that video out where I did the opposite. Usually I consolidate into one little package so it's less room on the shelf. But man, I can't stand those tubs. So I got tubs. I got to do videos for Twilight Zone. I got Twilight Zone on Blu-ray. I've got so many TV shows on Blu-ray and DVD, all in those tubs. And I just can't stand them. So I'll be expanding all those at some point. Well, there you go. All right, let's just do just a little look and see if anything else pops out, y'all. Y'all having fun? Anybody? Everybody left? Hello. Let's see. Hurt Locker Blu-ray. Why has it got the foreign sticker on it? It says Blu-ray. Anyway, so that's on 4K. I mean, the picture's wrong, but there you go. Classic. Wow, there's a lot of stuff out today. Yeah, we can't say all these things. I'm just gonna roll. You guys, if you see something that's your jam, just holla. All right, that's it. That's pretty good. Although it's funny, if I click over, will it follow me? Yeah. So here's one thing I gotta laugh at. So over here on Blu-ray.com, this is also a re-release. This is Albert Pujols' Captain America. Let's show this to you. Check it out, y'all. Is this movie good? No. But as a collector who likes cheesy stuff from Corman Pictures, do I have it? Yes. So I think this is probably literally the same transfer, the same. And there's a great little making of documentary on here that where they interview the director Albert Puyen. Yeah, it just says new release, so I don't think it's got. Here, let's just see nothing. So it's not going to be a review, which means it's probably the same one. So all you gotta do is click this one. This is the one I have, and I like this one better. Like it represents the cheese factor of Corman, and this is a classic poster that we fans of this film have seen for eons. And look at that used, that sucker's going for $55. So just pick up the new one now. Pick up the new one. It'll be super affordable, which will probably make the price on these drop on eBay and stuff. But yeah, let me just tell you what the bonus feature is. It's not a lot, it's just the one thing. I'll look back at Captain America. That's it. It's like 20 minutes long. So that's it. But these type of films don't often get bonus features. But yeah, there you go, y'all. That is what is out. That's what's good. That's what's coming to y'all here on Tuesday, Blues Day Tuesday. So what you getting? Are you guys excited for anything? I would say there is one, and here it is. Here's the one I bought. And again, I don't really buy day one anymore, but this is my favorite movie of the year so far. And that is Superman. I already got it. I bought it from Groove, and I got this sucker like on Friday, y'all. So like there's the slip, and when you pull it up, wait, hang on, kind of on the wrong side. I was in a hurry to put this together. There you go. So you got the slip, and when you open it, the door opens, and there's the dog and Superman. Super cool. But yeah, here, let's show you what the inside. Well, it's got discs in it, so but you'll see a little bit there. There's old Soups walking through the thing there. And if this is only ice, yeah, it's just ice. I'm not going to worry about the other side. It's just ice. But yeah, there's old Soup right there. So not too shabby. Comes with a digital code. And dudettes. So check this out. I've already popped this sucker in so I got it Friday. Saturday morning, we wake up. Wife's waking up, doing her thing on the computer. And I'm like, this is usually my morning to watch my 52-week movie challenge movie. But I already watched it on Friday because I knew she didn't want to watch it. And so I just started watching all the bonus features. I plowed through all of them already. And there's a ton. It's so good about the making of this film. There's some really good stuff in here. And then when it was over, I started watching the movie just for 5 minutes to see what it looked and sounded like. I'm not kidding when I tell you the opening of this movie, when Superman comes in, he hits that snow and that sound effect, that woke my sound system up. That impact, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my stars, what like Huckleberry Hound or something. The sound design on this disc is amazing. If you liked or loved this film, you are going to really enjoy this transfer. It looks amazing. It sounds incredible. And I couldn't go to bat for this more. If you love this, this is a great release. It's got great bonus features, and this audio looks and sounds fantastic. So anyway, let's jump back in. Yeah, there you go. So that's what's up. So I'm just coming back around, y'all. Coming back to life, doing stuff. Let's see. Dave, no, I haven't had a chance to check out live streams yet. It's tough, like all these extra bonus times. Plus, you got to take care of the wife. You got to be around. I can't just keep. Why it's tough. I even did a stream last night. I was like, I was getting tired. I was like, wife's all 2-hour stream over at Mike's. We did another boutique battle over there. Anyway, so yeah, we went there. What do we think? So what do we think? What do you got? So again, all those Bond movies. What do y'all think of those Bond movies? I think those are not great. I do think the Superman Steelbook is something to get. I think Sue would probably get The Sound of Music and Corpse Bride. I think several of the Steelbook crew would get that. I don't know if any of them care about The Last of Us. Maybe Dave. I don't know. I don't know if the Steelbook crew is into the Last of Us TV show. Megan, I feel like they're all horror fans. Yeah, those are some go-tos, I think. Maybe the full Chucky series. It's a Steelbook if you want that one. So in case you guys want to know, here, I'll just click. See, what is that going to set you guys back? $60. So look at that, though. You get a full series of $60, which is the price of most, special limited edition from Disney's come out as for one movie. So I mean, I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well as well. Yes, he's a male. He's also cross-eyed. That cat's got character, man. He's got cross-eyed. He got scratches. Sounds like a rad cat to me. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, you would, huh? For real? It's so funny because sometimes I'll expand like that. I had something I did last year, is it last year, the year before, where I did my favorite, duos, like movie duos. And it wasn't like it didn't have to be buddy cop. It could be like just, like Laurel and Hardy or, Riggs and Murtaugh or, uh, I don't know, just any kind of duo. You just have to put your imagination to it. And I had so much fun doing that. I got more specific, and then I did do like favorite buddy cops, and then favorite best friends on TV, and then I got into TV and started to do, best couples on TV, and it turned into this whole thing that was a community challenge, but then it started to die off because I think people just wanted to do the one. So yeah, if I did this, I don't know. I don't know if I would make it a community challenge because I don't think enough people were interested in this one, but yes, I love that idea, Hoss. I'll probably do those for my channel and just say if anybody wants to just leave their comments below who their top five are, go for it. Just because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll tell people if they want to, but once they've done one challenge, I think inevitably they're okay, to not keep going. So, but yeah, I love that idea. So let's see, favorite director, animated movies. I mean, look, it's a healthy little top five. I mean, it's something that I could just make a almost a weekly thing, if I wanted to. There's so many topics you could do, and five isn't a big number. This photo I sent you last Saturday, season 2 steelbook. Nice, yeah, it's cool. Let's see, cross-eyed cat. Don't see. Is this the one from earlier? It's because everyone else seems to be doing it. Oh, Hoss, yeah, all right. Yeah, well, I mean, Hoss. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Look, digging all this love this morning, y'all. So I just call these little tips that go into the jar of the Pop Culture Cafe, and we just keep rolling it in, and then I can get stuff like this, show it off, talk about it, because your boy's unemployed at the moment. So believe me, you don't know how much I love seeing these things. That's right. Look, I'm gonna go knock on the door of Spirit Halloween today. That's how desperate I am. Let me tell you, the job world today. Again, thank you for that. That's so nice of you. Appreciate you. The job world is so nuts. Like back in our day, right? KB, Fish, people like that. You guys know. Brent, we could go in a place that says help wanted, walk in there, use your charm, walk in, say, hey, I'd like to apply for this job, have a resume in your hand, like, all right, fill this out, cool. You charm them, come out, get a call, said, hey, come on in, you're a good fit. It doesn't work like that anymore, y'all. It doesn't work like that anymore. And only since I've been like this whole last 2 years of editing and casting in the business and all that's just going downhill, I've had to look more for work. And so going into places that are hiring, as soon as you go, I have a resume, they go, no, you have to go apply online. I'm like, I'm standing right here and it says help wanted and you're the manager. Can you not make a decision? It's like, you have to apply online. I'm like, oh my God, like literally talking to their face. And if you aren't online first, they don't even want to talk to you. It's like, yeah, but you can't get personality online. You don't know what people are like online. But if I'm standing here, you're going to get a vibe that I'm either good or not good for your place. If you've got the personality, because look, I go in a lot of Starbucks and people look mopey sometimes. I don't know. Like people want enthusiastic people working at their stores. And I'm going to walk in like this, right? All enthusiastic. Time out. You take that enthusiasm out of here. We don't want that, high energy. Get out of here. We want an online resume. And then if we get the idea that you have enthusiasm, well, we'll give you a call. Welcome to the new world, Huckster. Just got my Severn film order as Shark Hunter. Frank Nero was good, except for his obnoxious wig. That's pretty funny. I haven't seen the Shark Hunter. So I'm crunching ice there. Get out of your mouth. Smart like her mom. Oh, yeah. Well, at least like her mom. Oh, for Mrs. Huck. Yep. Uh, I was straight. I was a straight student. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Let's see. I don't think so. I've had the vet check out his eye when I brought him in for the shots. Okay, Well, hey, if the cat's not walking into walls and stuff, I guess cat's okay. Can't wait to see the trailer. Oh yeah, trailer. All right, hold on. Let's hold right here because we brought it up and then I said I was going to get to it, but then somebody said what's Sue going to get. Let's talk about the trailer of Mando. Hopefully you all watched it. If not, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Right now, right now, to anybody watching live, it's like 2 minutes. I'll let you step away from the huckster. I'll just babble to I'll read some comments for 2 minutes. Go watch the Grogu Mandalorian trailer, and then come on back, and we'll talk about it. All right. So let's see. It is 8:53. So at about 8:56, I give you three. We'll reconvene and talk about this trailer. Let's say, hey, man, this is the way. Is he a Siamese cat? A lot of those are cross-eyed. I didn't realize that. We're at 10 likes. Oh my gosh, really? Oh my god, I've been going a million miles an hour for you guys this morning. Is it really? Hang on. There's my dorky face. Hang on, let's hit refresh. I always have to hit refresh on the page just to see where we're at. 15 is what it's telling me. Not the greatest, Joel. 15. We're almost at an hour. Usually we got 20 by now. Come on, kids. Let's go. Don't make me wait. No, but y'all are great. Everybody that has hit the like button, I mucho appreciate it. Yeah, we got 15. So there we go. Anyway, shows 10 on my end. And I know I'm just getting to you guys. So, let's see, Moulin Rouge. That'd be a great one. But that's also another deal where I say, I got the Blu-ray sitting right there. How often did I watch that, though? And I love the movie. I love all these movies. That's a problem. Now we get so many. It's not about loving the movie anymore. It's about time in your life to re-watch stuff as opposed to watching new stuff. DuckTales completely, I'm not going to lie. I'm talking about the new series that just came out, the 3 seasons with, David Tennant doing Scrooge McDuck. Because, dude, I'm going to tell you, we always tried to find shows for the whole family to watch. And Brooke loves cartoons. She's okay with anime. She's not this anime nut, but she loves cartoons. She's like, when it was Phineas and Ferb, that was huge. You have the Amazing World of Gumball, loves that, and DuckTales. So she brought DuckTales to us. She'd already watched the whole thing in her room. She goes, guys, I got a show for us. And that show was freaking awesome. It was funny. The characters were great. The voice actors are stupendous. And of course, this is where we learned that and I'm going to forget his name because I'm on the spot, but the blue duck, so I think that one is Dewey, is the same voice actor who does Sonic the Hedgehog. And then he does something else. I don't know if he was a Care Bear, but he was a blue Care Bear. So he's playing all the blue characters: Blue Duck, Blue Sonic, Blue Care Bear, Blue, and he's playing all the blue things. So it's almost like a running joke that he gets all those parts. But Luke Ponto is here. What's up, Luke, man? Yay! Welcome to the thing. I've been thinking about Tron Legacy for a while. There are 2 Best Picture winners stuck in DVD. Noises off and some Hitchcock. Yeah. Yep. I tell you, man, there's just a slew of good stuff out there that's just still not available past the DVD stage. So yeah, make that list, KB. I'm curious what the best winners in the Hitchcock films are. What if they hold off on a lot of movies recorded digitally in 2K because there wouldn't be much benefit to a 4K? Well, here's the thing. I agree with that. I don't think 4K is a very niche audience, right? So depending on, especially if it's an older movie that may have less, because we as collectors like those things, but the mass audience, the mass goes for all the go-tos. They go for your Beetlejuices and your diehards and all that jazz, the go-to stuff, the Disney stuff. But sort of to me, the cinephiles or the film lovers, those kind of things. Like I was excited to see. Let me show you this. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get it. Let me find it first before I disappear off camera. And I do believe everyone should have had time to watch the trailer. Okay, here it is. All right, here it is. So I looked at the 4K release of this movie I'm about to show you, and that is Sunset Boulevard. I love Sunset Boulevard. This movie, y'all, is a masterpiece. If you've never seen this, it's amazing. Okay, are they all listed on here? Yes, I'm gonna pull out my buddy Tony. That's right. We got a little Sherlock Holmes here because the lighting's not great and the print's very small. But here you go. Listen to all this junk you get on this Blu-ray. First of all, you get deleted scenes. The Paramount Don't Want Me Blues HD, Sunset Boulevard, the beginning, Sunset Boulevard, a look back, noir side of Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard becomes a classic, galleries, trailers, and much, much more. And I put this in and compared it to all the bonus features that are on that 4K. And literally, it's this stuff. It's everything that's here. So they must have this disc in there. So it's a Blu-ray 4K combo. I assume it's a combo. I assume these aren't just on the 4K, but they could be. So you're not getting any new bonus features on that 4K. And this thing's loaded, y'all. Loaded. I put it in. I popped up the menu. I brought up Blu-ray.com, and I did one of these. There's my TV behind me. I was like, checking them both out. And I got this like on sale for like $8. I just saw this in the theater this year. So like I'm caught up, like I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to drop another 27 so that when I watch this again, it's in 4K. Like because this is loaded. It's like I'm just throwing this out the window for having bought it. But it is a fantastic release. It's got everything the 4K has except that 4K tick, right? So yeah, there you go. I don't know. I just thought of showing y'all that. All right, so let's see. So you're saying so Disney's Recess School's Out movie that would be nice on Blu-ray. Just trying to think off the top of my head, dude. Top of your head's tough when you're on a roll. You're like, that's why you always if people say, "What's your top 5 favorite?" Never ask a guy on camera live what his top 5 favorite anything, because we'll never know. We'll never get it out. You could say, "Hey, what's a couple of your favorite things?" That way it's like you don't have to start thinking top 5. It's like, oh, favorite comic books. I'll just go, Superman and Justice League, whatever. It's easier to sort of do things like that than ask somebody to rattle off a top something. Not getting fantastic. I mean, what the hey? It's $75. Look, I loved Superman, and I wouldn't pay $75 if, yeah, I would not. So, and I did not love Fantastic Four more than I love Superman, and certainly not $75 worth. Have you seen that cover? Let's talk about this. If you guys haven't seen, if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four, I'm just going to say that cover that they chose. Let's just see here. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to show this to you because I want to get your opinion. Okay. Got to find the one that's, where is the pricey one? Where is the pricey one? I'm only seeing the regular. Hold on. Let me put limited. Of course, now it's not popping up. I looked at it earlier. Anyway, so the cover is, if you watched the movie, there's a cartoon in the movie, like a 60s style cartoon. And so they chose the look of the 60s cartoon characters and put those faces, those versions, as the cover of the $75 steelbook. And look, Fantastic Four has got a nice poster. Like I love the movie poster of that movie. But when I saw that, I was like, no, 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 not gonna happen. Oh, here it is. Okay, God, to tell you, the search algorithm on Amazon is terrible. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. I think we can still share it right here. All right, ready? Boom. There it is. So look at that. All right, I'll click it, make it a little larger. Okay, so there it is. All right, it's just the cartoon, you know, version of their faces. And you get a comic book and 5 cards. And it also says a collectible magnet front steelbook. So this thing here is probably the magnet that goes on it. Let's see if we click this, does it show you what the other? See, that's the thing. If this is a magnet cover, then take it off and show us what it looks like underneath. Is it the same thing? Because that would be stupid. Like, if you want the cartoon cover, okay, that's fine as a collectible add-on. But if underneath it is a different cover, well, guess what? They're not showing us in this ad. So again, poor advertising for this steelbook. I don't know. So is this also the cover underneath, or is it not? Anywho, so that's what $75 is going to get you, y'all. So that's it. So see, once again, like, you got 5 art cards and a comic book. Now the comic book, they show you both open and closed. So you see, that's the cover of the comic. Cover of the comic is the same as the cover of the steelbook. Why not vary it up a little bit? Why not let that be the cover of the comic book, because that looks more like a comic book? That I'm fine with. But then the cover, and then the cover, and then the cover, like, all 3 covers the same thing? So the comic book cover, the magnet, and the actual cover, are they all 3 the same thing? Good heavens, y'all. So there you go. Oh, all right. All right, we're ready. Let's talk about this Mandalorian. Okay. So I watched it, and this is our first Star Wars movie. Get that middle hook. Here we go. It's our first Star Wars movie in 7 years. 7 years. Okay, Disney buys this property for what? A couple billion. Gets this franchise from Lucas. And the first thing you want to do is just start making income from this, right? So of course they came out swinging, and we got the 3 later trilogies, while not knocking that out of the park. I mean, the first one I still think is the best of the 3. Rise of Skywalker, I didn't really care for the fact that, let's make her Palpatine, but then she wants to be a Skywalker. I'm like, or let's make her Skywalker. Like, did Palpatine really? That guy? I don't know. Like I said, I've only seen that movie once. I've seen the original trilogy to exhaustion, couldn't tell you how many times. I've seen the prequels a good amount of times. And I've only seen The Force Awakens more than once. And I've only seen the other 2 one time, and that was in the theater. So here we go. So to follow that up, and Solo came out, and that wasn't a huge hit. Air Force One. Rogue One, that was, I don't even know how big of a hit that was, but a lot of people love it. That's like their favorite movie since the original trilogy, some say. So here we go with The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now look, when I looked at it, guess what? It felt just like the TV show. Like, it was cute and funny. And the Grogu's trying to, like, use the Force to get a bowl of munchies into his mouth. And Sigourney Weaver is in this film, who I love, Sigourney Weaver. And she's like, boom, put your hand on the bowl. It's this kind of thing. I'm like, okay. All right. There's some cool space shots of spaceships. There's some AT-ATs. Again, why are you taking an AT-AT walking across the side of a mountain? You're only going to fall off the side. It's just inevitable. So that's one of the things that you see is one of the AT-ATs falling off. I'm like, well, of course they're to be dumb enough to walk up the mountain. I mean, don't they have space things that can get them to where they're going without? And those do get dropped, right? Like, those don't fly, they walk. So they have to be brought to the ground and let off. So whatever the ship is that drops them off, why don't you take them to the top of the mountain and drop them off there? I'm sure there's a reason, a great reason, and we'll find out. But yeah. It looked cute. Did it blow me away? I'm like, now finally we're getting a Star Wars movie. No, what it feels like to me, y'all, is, and I like The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I thought 3 was absolutely ridiculous. All it was, oh, he took his helmet off. Oh, shame on you. You want to be a DeLorean? You want to be a DeLorean? You got to go back in time. If you want to be a Mandalorian, you got to go into this little pool and cleanse the stuff off, come back out, and you can be a Mandalorian again. And I mean, literally, that is the plot line for the whole season of season 3. It's awful. So hated season 3. Plus, you got Gina Carano taken out of there, and I thought she added some real spark to the show. But we do have Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica in there now, so that was kind of cool. But it just feels like they're capping off the TV show with a movie. Remember how sometimes back in the day, like the old Incredible Hulk TV show, the series ended, but they brought it back with some TV movies because they knew the audience loved the show. And so we got like 2 or 3 movies on TV. So this feels like, hey, we're kind of done with Mandalorian, so we're going to wrap it all up with a nice, fun, cute little movie. But we're not going to put it on Disney Plus, which this feels just like a Disney Plus show in movie form, but it's coming to the theater. Y'all, I mean, this is just a teaser, but again, good teasers. Look at that teaser of Star Wars The Force Awakens. That teaser blew people away, man. Rey and Finn were running and things blowing up, and they get to the Millennium Falcon, and those X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon are skimming the water really close, and they fly up, and the TIE fighters are coming. Like, that was just a teaser. That was just the teaser. And I was like, oh, man, this is going to be good. And it opens with Rey, spelunking into this belly of a Star Destroyer. I mean, that stuff felt epic. It felt very Star Wars. This literally just feels like a fun, nice little wrap-up Mandalorian movie. I didn't dislike it. I didn't overly like it. It didn't tell me that this is going to be an exceptional Star Wars movie. But what it told me is, oh, this is going to be a cute wrap-up Mando movie. That's what it feels like to me. So if you guys watch the trailer, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Are you like, oh no, this is going to be the winners. This is going to bring Star Wars back. None of you are going to say that, but that's my take on it. These parts I need part rescue. Oh, nice. Dude, True Beverly Hills. It does have one. It does have one because here's the thing. I saw True Beverly Hills on Amazon, and I was like, and I always have these wish lists. I'll just tell you guys, make wish lists, and I have many. I have my 4K wish list, Blu-ray wish list, I have Steelbook wish list, I have TV show wish list. Like I literally compartmentalize them like that. And then at night, maybe once a week or so, I'll go through those lists just to see if anything's dropped in price. Oh, and when you put them in your list, there's a little thing that you can leave a comment. And always leave a comment and type in the amount it was when you put it in. So if it was $24.95, put $24.95. And then like a month later, if you see it at $18, you're like, oh, you'll notice it's cheaper. And then sometimes if that's not cheap enough, I'll change that 27 to 18. And then later, if it goes back up, I'll see that it's higher than 18. I'm like, well, now it's higher, so I'm definitely not going to get them. Wait for it to at least get back down to 18. But then maybe it'll get to 15 or 10 or something like that. And you can really use that little that gimmick or that I don't know, game plan as a way to watch the prices. And Beverly Hills got down to $9.99. I'm like, oh, I remember it being a cute movie. I don't remember loving it, but I'm going to put that on the list. I'm going to change it to $9.99. I'll come back to it. And dude, I don't know what happened to this movie that all of a sudden, like, I don't know if it's tariffs or whatever, but all of a sudden that it's like a $30 Blu-ray now. $30. I'm like, watch. According to my thing, it was $9.99, and I'm definitely not gonna get it now. So let's see. True Beverly Hills Blue. We're gonna look at it right now for you. See, let's just see where it's at together, y'all. There it is. Now hold on a sec. Has this been Well, I guess it went out of print because now it's $130. Could add it for 10. What the actual hey? Well, there you go. So when that happens, again, who in their right mind, and obviously that is a third party putting that up at, it's probably got one copy. Yeah, it's not even like officially from Amazon. You have to click the see all the buying options. Yeah, and there's one option and it's for 130 bucks. Nope. So now what we need, Brent, is a re-release of that movie, maybe from Kino. That feels like a Kino or a Shout Studios. Feels like a Shout Studios thing, doesn't it? I think so. Temptations miniseries on Blu-ray would be nice. Some special features. One of my favorite musical groups. There you go. Are you the one that mentioned the right stuff? I've been thinking about how awesome a 4K would be ever since I mean, I've probably mentioned the right stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it today. Definitely not today. But yeah, the right stuff is a fantastic flick. Yeah, it's only on Blu-ray, right? If I recall. So that could be a cool 4K. If you haven't bought the Blu-ray yet, that's the only other time I think it works to jump on the 4Ks. If you haven't bought the movie yet and you sort of bypass the Blu-ray, then and you don't mind the higher price, that's a good time to get it. Definitely not getting that fantastic. Oh no, not doing it. Jim is here. What is good, my dog? Good to see you. Father's Day with Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, underrated. Mm-hmm. Tell you, man, let's make our wish list. Let's make them happen. This is the way. Hisham, absolutely excited for the movie, but unfortunately, I'm going to be sad because it's the end of the Mandalorian series. Getting only 2 hours of the story instead of 8. I know, but again, that's what it feels like to me. Caveman is just. It feels like just a good wrap up to the. And that's the thing too. If you're a fan of the TV show, which we are, we're going to go see it. I'm going to go see it in the theater. It's going to be an amazing theater experience. It's going to look and sound great. It's going to be awesome. But for the fans, it's mostly for us, the fans of the TV show. So I feel that movie is going to be very front loaded to the fans of the TV show. And then it will exponentially drop the next week and all future weeks. Because I think audience people are going to know it's from the TV show. They're going to see on that it's not even like Star Wars blah blah blah. It's like Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, the Star Wars is really small in that logo. So, I mean, yeah, I think it'd be a good conclusion. But yeah, it would have been fun to see just a better fourth season than the last season, to take your time and wrap it up. But I don't know, maybe they got a plan. Maybe they're just trying to get people back into thinking Star Wars is coming to the cinema. This will be a great start. Maybe this is their plan. Because then they have Starfighter with Ryan Gosling coming out. And that's going to be a major Star Wars movie. So maybe you just whet their appetite with this Mandalorian thing and say, oh, that was pretty cute. I think it's going to be a good family movie, too. Because you got Grogu in there. It's very cute. And he's like crunching on stuff, Kids are going to love it. So I think it's going to be a good family film. But I don't anticipate that being $1 billion movie at all. But maybe it's simply just to get us excited for the next one. That's going to be a good one. What's up, Laren? Yeah, congrats, Brooke. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Nope, that's her name. Nailed it. Chef. Now, are we talking about the movie Chef? Jon Favreau? Because I freaking love Chef. Chef looks so good. It like just makes me want to have like those sandwiches and stuff. Like I was so starving by the end of Chef. It was so good. Everybody's saying, hey there, Lauren, Mr. Moody. What do you think of Mandalorian? Yeah, we just talked about it. Yeah, we just talked about it. There we go. Let's see. 1, 4K. 2, Prisoners. 4K. 3, $1 Million Baby. 4K. Oh, these are all that. Wait. 1, 4K. 2, Prisoners, $1 Million Baby, and Gran Torino. Those are the ones you want? Yeah, I love Prisoners. Gibby says, for what I hear, for someone who does restorations, so many evergreen titles are just waiting to be released. Others get their license temporarily borrowed by boutique labels. So the releases. Yep. I mean, yeah, that's another thing too. The boutiques grab them, release them as nice little chunky boxes, whether it's Second Sight, Arrow, whatever, take them. But I'll take those too. That's one thing I'll say about Kino, is Kino Lorber has such a variety of stuff they put out that I always feel like they're the ones, I think, can get things like Troop Beverly Hills, Ruthless People, or Shout Studios. Those are the only two I feel would gravitate towards giving us the first Stakeout. Why do we have another Stakeout on Blu-ray, but we don't have Stakeout? Why do we have Cheaper by the Dozen 2, but not Cheaper by the Dozen, which is a fantastic movie that's not even on Blu-ray? So those I feel like are prime either Kino or Shout Studios titles. She's great in the Asphalt Jungle. 12 Angry Men, which you had said hadn't seen yet. Yep, first up, yeah. So yeah, if I had said it back then, my friend, that has been long remedied twice. So yeah, yeah. Thank you, by the way, for watching that. I appreciate it. That I was blown away when I saw that movie. Talk about just an acting tour de force. That is flat out just an acting movie. And if you're not invested into their performances, you're going to hate this movie. It's not flashy. There's no explosions. There's no action. There's no chasing. It is just 12 men sitting in a room debating whether or not a young man is guilty and should be sentenced to death or not. And it's riveting. And then recently on my 52-week challenge, I watched the remake of that film because it was I wanted to watch a courtroom drama, right? And so I said, you know what? A lot of my friends here who know me say they liked the remake is also good. So if you have the 4K of 12 Angry Men, and I have both now, it's like since then too, Haas, I got that on the Criterion Blu-ray, but then I bought the 4K. That's the one. Is that Kino? Did they put that out? The bonus feature on that disc is the whole other movie. What a great bonus feature to get 12 Angry Men from 1997 as a bonus feature. But I will say they poorly advertise that on when you put the disc in, like the Blu-ray, the image that comes up is still from the original. None of the buttons on screen on the menu say play. On when you hit the play button, it does not say 1997 version. When you go to the bonus section, it does not say 1997 12 Angry Men. So you can click that there. I'm like, where is this movie? People have said it's on this thing. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to hit play. And maybe when I hit play, it pulls up the two movies and you pick from the two. Nope. When you hit play, it just goes to the new movie with no indication that that's what you're going to see. So it's almost like an Easter egg. It's like a hidden Easter egg when you get to the disc. But anyway, they're both fantastic. I love those movies. They are fantastic to watch. In fact, my daughter watched 12 Angry Men at school. So, I mean, kudos to her school for showing her good movies, man. And so when I was watching this one, because she watched the other one with me as well, she heard all the dialogue, and she wakes up later than me. So she comes up about an hour into the movie, all groggy from bed. She looks up, she goes, "Are you watching 12 Angry Men?" I'm like, "Sure am." She goes, "Ooh, I won't watch that." So she went, grabbed her breakfast, sat down, and kept watching 12 Angry Men. I'm like, that girl's got class. So not only does she like cartoons, but she likes the good stuff. I show her the good stuff. Nice. As a pro wrestling fan, I know this won't happen, but WrestleMania, like the first one or even some of the older ones, that would be cool to have on Blu-ray. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some of those vintage wrestling things. Saying hey to Laren. Let's see. Here's what I want from Warner Brothers: Space Cowboy, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino Prisoners, and Bloodwork. Those are good ones. Those are good. See, of those, again, those are all 4Ks. I have all the Blu-rays of pretty much all of those, except Bloodwork. I don't even know Bloodwork. I don't even know that one. 12 watching, 13 likes. Oh, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. I want to pick up Flow, then work on getting the others. Haven't seen. Has anyone seen Flow? Yeah, and I did see Flow because I got to watch a lot of stuff come Oscar time. I'm also part of the SAG nominating committee, and I get a lot of screeners and things like that. So we were on a mission to watch all the things for animation, and we watched Wild Robot, we watched Flow, and Flow was great. I think you're gonna love it, Kelly. Well, I mean, look, there's a cat as the lead, and there's no dialogue in this entire film. It's just all visuals, it's emotions, it's how the animators emote the characters through their faces and their actions. And it's just a feast to look at. It's visually stunning. Yeah. Shout out to Henry Selick. Give that dude a shout out. What's up, man? I got some birthday money. Oh, pre-order the Tron movies because they won't buy it for myself. As well as, oh, nice, dude. Are all the Trons sold out though? Yeah, probably. I won't have too much FOMO. Like if they would just come out on 4K, like I don't need the steelbooks per se, but I would like. I mean, visually, I think that second one, Legacy, would be crazy on 4K. So it was great. Yep. Poor little kitty. Don't say nothing. Let's see. Yeah, he makes it, Kelly. Just a rough go. Yeah, don't make it sound like something happens to get. Yeah. Dude, Corpse Bride is so good. Like, especially now my daughter, I'm gonna get all misty, y'all. She's not gonna be here. This is the first Halloween. I'm not gonna have my little kiddo here. And I've already looked to get it out of my system. I already hung lights this weekend. So I got my purple and orange lights hanging up outside. I've decorated the inside. Yeah, we're already in Halloween mode just because I needed it. I need to be there, you know. I didn't put out the lawn decorations yet because we were supposed to get rain, which is a weird thing to get here in California. And just had the lawn mode. So we're ready for the lawn stuff. I'll probably put those up about Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, I'll probably rewatch Corpse Bride, you know, just in honor of the kiddo. I need to check out Flow. It's awesome. Brian, it's great. Check it. Here's what I want from Disney: Moulin Rouge, Pearl Harbor, Girl Next Door, Mrs. Doubtfire, Castaway. All good stuff, man. It's a good wish list. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. Don't get a heart attack. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I mean, like any good movie, it's got to have drama. You got to be like, oh. You got to have those moments, right? And there's lots of that in Flow. So glad you're still using the digital bits. Yes, sir. They were the first form that I remember. I know. I remember using them way back when too. And their layout is a bit bigger and flashier. Good for old dude eyeballs to look at. I remember Criterion usually has a 24-hour flash sale. Yeah. I can't. Everybody else plan ahead. Like until I grab a job and, you know, recover a little bit from this college tuition thing. This was a treat for me. This is just my way of saying, look, I know I don't even have money to grab this, but I pre-ordered it on Groove, actually, whatever it was. And shout out, by the way, our buddy Dave there. Dave told me because this had sold out. And then Dave said, oh, Huck, it's back in stock. Go get it. Because I was just going to get the 4K. I'm like, because, you know, again, I'm okay with the FOMO. I'm like, I missed it. But when he said, oh, you gotta go get it, it's there. So I said, okay, that would be my treat. Let's see. It would have been cool for those James Bond releases to have the original. That's what I'm saying, Brent, right? I mean, those, I'm sorry, that's garbage. Those logos, really? Who looks at that and go, ha? Now that's how we celebrate James Bond on 4K. Because look, I mean, this could be it. I don't know. Maybe there'll be some giant, of course, box. And once they get this done, and then Roger Moore's done, and then Pierce Brosnan, Craig already has his little 5-pack of movies. So I got that. So that's, you know, that's very similar to the Connery pack. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just get all those packs and they'll all sit side by side as little packs. Once those are all done, then, you know, they'll repackage them as one big box, 4K box set. It's going to be pricey. Super pricey, y'all. Especially because by then, we'll probably have gotten, well, I was going to say the new James Bond movie, but is it even going to be in the theaters, or is Amazon just going to say, streaming only? You can't do that to Bond. Bond is a theatrical experience. You've got to put it in the theater and then bring it to your streaming service. So yeah, I let's just put it this way. If I bought all those, you can bet in a heartbeat I would customize those and put all different artwork in every one of them. Hands down, no doubt. I redesign those. Yeah. Between that and the Barnes & Noble sale, yeah. Oh, and by the way, y'all, don't forget the Amazon Prime Day. They have 2 now per year. The next one's coming up October 5th or 6th, 5th and 6th, something like that. Just double check it online, but it is coming up in like a couple of weeks. So it's like that first week in October. I think it's the 5th and 6th, something like that. So be on the lookout for some sales. You never know. Maybe that Troop Beverly Hills will get down to 102. Here's what I want from Paramount. Look at it. He's going nuts. Fences, Flight, Shakespeare in Love. How was Hi Cash? My doggy just came in. Oh, you went outside, didn't you? Okay. Cash, you want to say hi? Come here. Let's see. I don't know if you come here, buddy. Yo. I don't know if he's gonna let me pick him up. I don't want to show him Dick. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh. He ran away. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. All right, here he is. Here's my little dude. He don't like to be picked up too much. Look, Cash. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Good job. Okay. I can't get up right now. He wants me to go give him a treat because he went outside all by himself. Whenever he goes outside and comes back in because he does his business outside, we always give him a little snack. We give him a treat. I will get you one. He's staring me down. You always give me the look. Oh, it's like laser eyes. I'll get you. I'll get you. I don't have anything here but like an Altoid. And that is not good for doggies. Okay. Be cool. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, shoot. Yeah. We're going to get to the other stuff. You guys are so good. We've just been rapping all morning, having a good time, man. Where did I leave off here? Let's see. Digital bits, criterion. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, Cash, I see you, bud. I get you. All right, so Brent says, and then I'm going to switch over to our box office real quick. It would have been cool for those James Bond releases to have the original. Yeah, oh, sorry, read that. Barnes & Noble. I thought I was past this. Okay. Hisham says, how's it like watching Mando 1, 2, and 3 on Disney? Storytelling concept. Did not expect anything serious. Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. Let's see. I enjoyed season 1 and 2 quite a bit. I thought they were fun. I thought, Luke Skywalker coming in season 2, was it? I think that was pretty fun. Or is it the end of 1? I forget where did Luke show up? I feel like it was 2. And the characters are great. Like I said, I like Gina Carano. I like seeing Katie Sackhoff show up from Battlestar Galactica. She's great as the character she plays. What's her name again? I'm not huge. I know she's from the cartoon. Yes, Cash. He is just staring at me, y'all. It's like, I'll get you shortly. I'm being judged right now. I'm getting judgy eyes. Anyway, I liked it. I did not like season 3. I thought it was not good. TV shows I would like: Big Bang Theory. Look, X-Files. That would be great. Lost Fringe. 24 Persons of Interest. Yeah, those are all fantastic. And look, I don't even need those on 4K. Like Big Bang Theory is on Blu-ray, so is Fringe. Lost is. Now, X-Files is not. X-Files, and I don't know if all the 24s are Person of Interest, but X-Files would be great. I've found a lot of those like on YouTube or eBay, but they're all foreign releases. I don't think we ever got X-Files and Blu-ray. Yeah, a dog, man. He can't wait for you to hang up and go give him a snack. I have an unboxing video dropping at 3. Nice, Brian. That may or may not include Superman. Dude, everybody go to Brian's channel, man. Mr. B-Dubs. Hit him up. Give him a like. Give him a sub, man. And let's see what he's got in there. Sadly, only one. Isn't that weird, guys? It's like one season 2 of Burn Notice was released on Blu-ray. I don't get that at all. And so, of course, I have the entire series on DVD because that's all we get. Are you behind me? Cash, what are you doing? I was like circling the chair like a vulture. I don't have food in here. I know you're looking. He is. Maybe he's needy right now. Maybe he feels Brooke's not here. Usually she's here. She's usually up and walking around, feeding him. He wants breakfast, y'all. I usually give him breakfast at 9. So as soon as we're done, we'll try to wrap this up the next 15 minutes. Still not a fan of Shaggy Crypto. I love Shaggy Crypto. The complete series of King of the Hill. There you go. What else you guys like? We're at 13. Come on, we ain't got more than that. Where are we at? I know like last time we hit refresh, we were at 15. And I'm a little behind on the comments. So where are we at? 18, not even 20. I'm going an hour and a half, y'all. And I do believe we could have hit 20. But hey, what's up, DVD Barkers? Good to see you. So I ordered this book. It's called The Film Encyclopedia. It's thick book. Oh man, books are cool. I love movie books. There it is. There's KB's channel. Go see that. 18 likes. Brian's got to run. Have a great day. All right, cool. Oh, my girls are here. Mika, what's up? Say hey to Kira. The Double Feature Podcast. The twins. Y'all, they just took my double feature challenge. Of course, they are my favorite double feature. And they did it. So again, go to my community tab. Look, I listed all the people that I know have taken the challenge. So my twins here, KB, Brian, and then bunches of others. Dell's in there. Just go take a look, man. There's a bunch of people that took the challenge, and there's always some good stuff. Sue, I think, was the first one to take it. So go check them out, y'all. The links are all right there, so you can just click them and check them out. Okay. All right, let me just read this, and then I'm going to jump over real quick. I like the cover of the exclusive steelbook, kind of a throwback to the Kirby look. I haven't seen the movie. Oh, you haven't seen the movie? Yeah. There's a lot of like that 60s nostalgia in it, and yeah, I like it too. But like I said, it's just it seems to be overly used in the entire packaging. It's on the comic, it's on the steelbook magnet, but we don't know what the cover looks like. It would be silly, right, to have the magnet be the same thing as the cover. Like you take it off, it's like, oh, it's the same thing. Like then what's the point of the magnet? So because I like it too. Like I like old cartoons. It just seems like they're really leaning on that one and only image for the entire packaging, which seems like you could do a little bit more. So let's get to this real quick. Okay, I got to get rid of some stuff here so that we can share this. We're gonna just jump into the box office real quick. I know we're at an hour and a half. Thank you guys for sticking around. For those who have, I know you're probably getting sick of the old huckster, so we'll just wrap this up real quick. Here we go. Let's talk about the box office. And here it is. Him came in at number one, a very narrow margin, mind you, over Conjuring Last Rites. So him got 13.5 mil, Conjuring 12.9. So at this rate, and I'm hearing mixed things about him. A lot of, I know Jordan Peele sometimes knocks it out of the park, and then sometimes it's just not. Like I feel like he's always chasing that Get Out success. But here it is with him. Anybody see it yet? Because the few people I know that have seen it have said it's a little bit of a letdown. And the fact that is almost mirroring The Conjuring, I think The Conjuring is going to have a better next week than him. I think if him is starting at 13, boom, I think that's doesn't bode well for its second week. If you know much about drop-offs and stuff like that, I think that's going to put it below The Conjuring. At 12.9 there, the third one is Demon Slayer, which crushed it last week at 11.8 mil. The Downton Abbey the grand finale is at 6.3, and Walk or Die, which is the Walk or Die, The Long Walk. I was reading the tagline. Made 6.3 mil. That is the only one I saw this weekend. I had to try to do a little catching up there, so I saw that one. And let me just say, The Long Walk adaptation of Stephen King, it's amazing. I mean, it is heartfelt. It's about friendship, brotherhood. It's about the bonds that these kids make while they're on this thing. And basically what it is, it's a very dystopian future. Something's wrong with all of, our planet and our country. And so one representative from every state, so 50 players, they get selected via the lottery to take the long walk. The only problem is there is only one winner. If you fall behind, if you fail to, meet your, warnings, you get 3 warnings. And that third warning, as Mark Hamill puts it, you get your ticket. And I mean, the movie does not shy away from that. That is exactly what happens in this movie. That is the premise. So that is what happens. And it's what happens when you get there. And it is breathtaking. It's very good and worth seeing. For me, though, it is so intense. Because some of the kills are graphic, and then some are very subtle in the background. You just see the blurred body fall down. And even those, you're watching, like the 2 actors are in the foreground, completely focused, and you are looking over their shoulder at that blurry image fall down, because you're just like sucked into the story and the sadness of what happens to some of those kids. So it's worth watching. I don't think it's a movie I'd watch a second time. It's just too dark and depressing. It's very depressing and disturbing. So, but it's so good though. It's so good in everything that it's telling and doing. in spite of it being a dark, depressing film. So, if you don't mind the dark and depressing, then this is probably one of the best ones you'll ever see. So I highly recommend the Long Walk. And I saw that Conjuring was good too. Long Walk has a bigger impact on your soul. Conjuring was a little bit more entertaining, but again, it depends what you like entertaining. I'm not so much a big dark, depressing movie person. That's just not me. If you love that, this is going to be a very good movie for you. All right, so let's just take a look at what's coming out next week. We got more horror movies. There's The Strangers, Chapter 2. I have not even seen Strangers 1. I know a lot of people that saw The Strangers 1, weren't impressed. They're like, what is this? It's kind of boring. And then the next one, I've seen some reviews from two people, Chris Stuckman and Chris from 3C Films, and unilaterally they're like, "What is this?" Like they're like, "No." So they're like, "This is a waste of time." But now you've got the movie that I can never remember the name. I feel like this is a very unforgettable title for me for some reason. It's One Battle After Another. I can never remember the title of this film. This is coming out, and it's going to be put out by Warner Brothers. Now, remember, Warner Brothers has a track record, 7 movies in a row to gross over $40 million. Will they hit number 8 with One Battle After Another? I don't think so. I don't think this trailer is enticing people enough. Pardon me. Oh, nice coaster stuck to the bottom. I don't think the trailer for that movie is doing it any favors, but I like it. It's Paul Thomas Anderson, Leo, Benicio del Toro. It's got a crackerjack of a cast, and that will most likely be the one I see this weekend. But weirdly enough, I feel like maybe the Dude Perfect movie will make more money than One Battle After Another, unless it's in just a very tiny amount of theaters. If it's only in a handful of theaters, no. But if it gets, because they have a massive, massive following. And it's a lot of young people too that follow it. So if it's in a wide release, I would not, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if it did better than One Battle After Another. And then I put this up here. This is not for me. The Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. It looks like a very, very, I know it's DreamWorks, but it feels like one of those Disney shows like Doc McStuffins, like I watched with my daughter growing up. Super kitty, super little. Yeah. And I mean, I love that they got a hold of Kristen Wiig to star in it. So you got a nice powerhouse of a comedian to sort of guide the movie. But yeah, no, I won't go see that. No, I think that'll have a nice kid appeal, but I've never heard of it. So I have no clue how big of an appeal. I don't think it's going to be better than or bigger than Bad Guys 2. I feel like that has at least some pedigree from the first movie coming with it. But there you go. So that's what's coming out, y'all. Now, to wrap this up, let's talk about my 52-week movie challenge. This week 38 was an Oscar winner for best editing. I watched Bullet with Steve McQueen. The guy that loves cars, man. He's like Tom Cruise. He did a lot of his own car driving. So if you watch him, that's him in the car, because he wanted this chase sequence so he could drive in the movie. But the movie, I don't know, y'all. I only gave it 2.5 stars because I just wasn't blown away by the movie. It's a fairly I feel like I've seen this plot before. So basically, Steve McQueen's a cop, and him and his cop buddy take this informant who's going to basically rat on the Chicago mob, and he's going to testify. He's going to be use testimony to take him down. And so Robert Vaughn is sort of the political figure that wants him protected because he's the one that's going to use the witness to bring down the mob. Only something goes wrong. As you would imagine, the witness is not protected as you would think, but then the witness is not who you think. There's a little twist there. So that's the only little twist, is the witness is not what you think. Try not to tell you too much about it, but I just felt like I've seen this plot before, Now, granted, this came out in 70 or 68. So obviously if I've seen this plot before, it's movies that have come after it. But nonetheless, it was just an okay film. I think McQueen's good in it. But having heard so much about Bullet and that it's this masterpiece, I'm like, it's got a great chase sequence, sure. with the cars. Cool. Honestly, I kind of preferred the car chase in the French Connection. I thought that one was a little bit more intense with Gene Hackman, like being in the car, and then I felt that the editing in that was much more like tension filled than this one. This one was just well edited. The other one, it was edited for like intensity. So there's that, and then there's a big foot chase at an airport tarmac at the end where he's chasing after the bad guy or whatever. So there's that. So I mean, in the end, I liked it. I thought it was okay. I mean, like I said, it didn't wow me even up to 3 stars. I mean, I guess I could just push it to 3 stars and forget about it. This wouldn't be a rewatch for me. Luckily, it's one of my Warner Brothers box sets, so it came in a 25 movie box set. So I didn't have to purchase this independently. But anyway, so that's my take on it without giving any spoilers away. But next week is going to be watch a foreign film. So if you've got a foreign film out there you want to watch, now's your chance. And I don't know what I'm going to watch. I think last year for my foreign film I watched Ip Man because I love good martial arts and I wasn't super familiar with Donnie Yen. So I don't know. Maybe I'll stick to martial arts. I know there's great drama foreign films. There's a lot of I don't know, a lot of good stuff. I mean, there's Guillermo del Toro's stuff that I haven't, like Pan's Labyrinth and not the Cell, but what Crimson Peak, something like that. A lot of his earlier stuff I haven't seen. But anyway, so if you guys got a recommendation for a foreign film, throw it out there and we'll see where I go. I might be in a kung fu mood because, got to watch It Man too. All right, but that's it. Those are all the things I wanted to talk about that way. I'm surprised the graphics work. Bob, by the way, you earned your money today. Good job. Because usually it does not work. So we're going to wrap this up. It's an hour and 45 minutes. I don't think anybody's still here. Is there anybody still watching? 7? All right. All right. For you, 7. Thank you so much. Let's just quickly. But it has character cards. It does have character cards. I do love character cards. Don't get me wrong. I love character cards and stuff. You want to be DeLorean. That's right. Watch Body and Soul, 1947. The Jane Kennedy one did win an Oscar. You mean the double feature challenge? The one I've put out there? Yeah, I mean the double feature challenge is basically any movie that only got one sequel and stopped. That's it. So this isn't a remake. So you don't get like the first Psycho and then the shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. That's not a double feature, and it's not picking a director and picking 2 of your favorite Spielberg movies as your double feature. It's a movie like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and When Nature Calls, and they stopped. It's Wayne's World 1 and 2, and they stopped. It's FX 1 and 2, and they stopped. It's Top Gun Maverick 1 and 2. Whether there's a third one coming out, we don't know. But right now there's only 2, so that one falls into the category. And of course, like Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile, they didn't go past one sequel, and that was it. So that's the double feature. And Friday night we did a whole show, and we rattled off it. And you guys were great. Like you guys were coming up with movies I hadn't even thought of, like Stakeout and Another Stakeout and things like that. To the point where I think we got probably over 120 double features mentioned on that stream Friday night. So if you need inspiration to figure out what you want to watch for your double features, go watch that, because you'll see that some people aren't quite getting it. That they're doing the double feature like, 2 Quentin Tarantino movies. Or no. It has to be 2 movies and it's one sequel, and they stopped. And for whatever reason, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Andrew Garfield, that was it. So all of those type of things work perfectly for the double feature. So if y'all want to do it, make a video cool. If you just want to like list what you the 5 you like, you can just go to my community tab and post it there, or post your 5 on my video. When you go watch the video, you can leave it there as well. So I love seeing what you guys come up with. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm just reading along with you. I was referring to chef. Oh, that's right, because Jim is a chef, man. I thought you were like, because I was talking Favreau with Grogu. So to all the chefs out there, right on. So Bob, please get ready to show the box office. Yeah, he did. He did a good job, didn't he, Caveman? He must have looked ahead and said, "Uh-oh, Caveman's watching. Got to do good." Did you see the slipcover version of Superman is sold out on Amazon? No, I didn't. I didn't see. In fact, when I look at him, I never even see a slipcover on any of the things other than this. So this does have a nice slipcover. So I did get that. Eli is here. What's going on, bud? Good to see you. All right, we're going to wrap this up, y'all. I know we've been on here for a while. Please slash that like button. Just going to scan past these. Get your Master and Commander. Up to 19 likes. That's pretty good. Hit replay if you guys are going to do replay. My doggy's cute. Thank y'all. See, now hit a like for my dog, y'all. All right, here's a link for Brian over at B-Dubs, man. Go check him out. Got a cool channel. By the way, your birthday is coming up next week, the 25th. Well, happy birthday, man. Just in a few days. It's like 2 days from now. Happy birthday to Guy. Happy birthday to Guy. Happy birthday to Guy. Happy birthday to you. Dude, have a good one. Have a good birthday, my friend. Superb card chase. Yeah, Ronan. Ronan's got a great card chase. Even better than Bullet. And even better than French Connection. Dude, they go backwards through the tunnel, man. Come on now. That's rad. Favorite challenge, nominated for best editing. I'm watching Social Network. Cuckoo. Nice. Yeah, you can take nominations as well. I put it on there as Oscar winner, but it opens up the palette a little bit if they were also nominated. So yeah, you can open that up. And Social Network's a good one, especially if you haven't seen it before, dude. That's great. Rob Zombie's version of Halloween 1 and 2. Is question mark. What do I think of him? I don't know if I've seen him. We're at 20 likes. All right, that's a good way to do it, Mr. Moody. Thank you. Hello and goodbye. You guys were fantastic. Thank you for sticking around today, helping me push this time. Good heavens, an hour and 50 minutes. You guys are amazing. Long overdue. My dog is still staring at me to go feed his butt. So we're going to do so right now. Y'all, thank you so much for coming to the Morning Mug every Tuesday morning. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Bob, roll it. All my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.